Helene caused devastation across the high country, including to one of the area's miles of hiking trails.
And for months, some trails have been impassable. But there is a dedicated group of volunteers who have been working to restore each and every path.
WCNC Charlotte anchor Vanessa Ruffes is live tonight in Boone. Vanessa, you went hiking for yourself to see the result of that hard work.
Yeah, I mentioned before in prior reports that the whole family really joined me in coming up to the high country as I was on assignment here for our week-long coverage. And so, yeah, there were lots of trips to parks and trails for all of us. And I just, before we get to the update, wanted to preface, I think we know just how critical the outdoor scene is to Western North Carolina, not just what it holds as far as meaning for folks who live here, but also for the businesses as well, the small businesses that build maybe their whole business plan around recreation and folks who are coming to the area to visit the hiking trails. But I mean, personally for myself and my family, I haven't shared this story really with many people, but we moved here right before COVID, which shut down everything. So our first taste of the Carolinas was really a lot of shut down places that we couldn't go and visit, couldn't really get an idea of what the Carolinas were all about. But one place where we got an incredible first taste of the Carolinas was when we actually got to go up to the high country and go hiking amid all of the social distancing that was going on. So in a lot of ways, the outdoor scene in the Carolinas saved our family. I think we all remember how tough emotionally and mentally the COVID pandemic was on folks, but to be able to get out in the outdoors and see the glory of the views that there are here up in the high country, I mean, that was everything for us. So anytime we get a chance to spend some time up in Western North Carolina, we certainly take that. So with that, I just wanted to share some of the updates that we kind of saw for ourselves. Our pups went up for a walk along some of the trails this week. They went actually with their dad while mom was working. So there you can see one of our pups, Rocky River, over by the Mountain to Sea Trail. And that was quite an enjoyable hike from what I heard. And you can see some equipment here. There's been a lot of clearing that's happened in the last several months in order to get these trails back up to speed. So many hardworking volunteers putting in their time and effort and donations that have made a critical impact on this work. Mountain to Sea Trail, by the way, latest check we saw about 80% of those trails have been reopened following Helene, and that is courtesy of all of that hard work. And so you can actually see, and we just wanted to show you this for folks who are thinking of coming up to the high country to visit. Make sure you just do a little research. There's plenty of stuff that's open for you. Just check to see where you can hike. And you can see there's a legend here where it shows in red some areas that are closed. You could see the trails that are open, maybe some trails that are open but have some reports of storm damage that's still there. So that is really a great resource to check out. The other great one is on the Appalachian Trail Conservancy website. They have a similar map, and we'll just kind of remind you once again, as you go to these websites and check out the maps, also check out how to help. If this is something that's really important to you, take a look at how you can support the efforts, because, like I shared, this outdoor scene is really important. It's really impactful for so many people in so many different ways. Nick and Jane.
Yeah, I mean, obviously an emotional connection too, and it brings back what it means. And it's more than just being outdoors and losing, belongings, even though that's a big loss. But the things that need to keep us moving forward and keeping us tied in.
Families who have come for years and years, to visit those, and I mean, it's the livelihood for so many people.
Exactly.
Yeah.